And so this video begins as we cross the Golden Gate Bridge into San Francisco in the fog. Look at this. Wow, makes it kind of spooky, right? This is amazing. I crossed this bridge last night, could barely see it. It being foggy too, but it being night. It's the Pacific Ocean out there. And guess what? We're heading to Alcatraz. I am returning to the Rock. Holy cow, this thing is amazing. That's my fourth time crossing the Golden Gate Bridge. We made it to San Fran on the historic Lombard Street. I just love the San Francisco architecture. All the old wooden houses, buildings, apartments. There's no place like San Francisco when it comes to historic architecture. One and on its own. Illinois Terminal. All right, I found parking across from Pier 33. I know this by experience. Leave nothing in your car in San Francisco. The last time I was here, I had my rental car window busted out just because I left a plastic bag in the back seat. Do not leave anything in your car in San Francisco. You have been forewarned. I'm not even gonna leave my trash in the car. Not even gonna risk it. All right, all day parking, 40 bucks, but you know what? I know someone's here watching it. I feel a little more comfortable. And it's right across from the pier. Push to cross. Oh, there's a big bus tour, of course. Pier 35, and then Pier 33 ahead. There's a naval ship over here. And this dock right here is the Jeremiah O'Brien. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if it's your first time. I am Tampa J. Thanks for clicking on this video. Welcome to San Francisco. This is my second time here. My last time was my first time back in January 2018. I was doing some sightseeing. I went out to Alcatraz. I went up to Coit Tower. I did all kinds of things down here, and I did film it, but back then I was kind of experimenting with YouTube. And I didn't like vlog, I just took a lot of video while I was here, and when I got back to Florida, I voiced over all the footage. So this is really technically my first time vlogging San Francisco. It's one of the streetcars right there. That's so cool. Maybe I'll do one of the cable cars this weekend. There is much ahead. I've got all kinds of plans. If you caught yesterday's video, I specifically planned this trip back in November because of a filming locations project I am currently working on. I actually filmed some of that this morning. I will be doing that amongst my travels and amongst the videos I will be releasing to you guys this weekend. I'm excited about everything that's going on here. I'm so stoked. It's great to be back in San Fran. We might walk down to Pier 39 before we head over to catch the boat out to Alcatraz. I paid 56 bucks for my self-guided boat trip to Alcatraz this morning. This is a place that it's probably the most famous, most haunted prison in all of the world. And I couldn't wait to get back here, see it, and bring you guys with me. When I was filming out here, I think I had 60 subs. That was that far back. I think I had 60 subs on the channel, and now we just hit 180,000. Wow. I never thought that many people would ever watch my video, especially when I was standing here last. So much has happened, and I just want to say how thankful I am for all of you and grateful I am, and I hope you enjoy this video. We're heading to Alcatraz. I couldn't wait to get back. All right, let's talk more rock, no pun intended. That's where we're heading today. Let's get started. There's much ahead. All right, as I'm heading down to Pier 39, check out this sculpture here. They've got this nice little walkway here on the marina, the harbor. Look at the boats. Oh man, it smells like the Pacific out here, and that's not a bad thing. I like that smell. Got a classic looking churro stand here. Also cotton candy, beverages. Here is the aquarium of the bay. That would be cool to check out. I love checking out different aquariums. Might save that for next time. I don't know, maybe I'll be back. We'll see what happens. And as we enter the pier, we have the Hard Rock Cafe of San Francisco. Hard Rock Cafe just announced they're going to be closing their Pigeon Forge and Key West restaurants. You got this surfer dude welcoming us into Wipeout Bar and Grill. There's also a surfer dudette over there. This place looks awesome. I will eventually get some food today. Don't know if I'm gonna eat here. I'd like to get me some San Francisco food. Oh, maybe some of that sourdough bread. Also got Bubba Gump shrimp here too. Oh, that's right, boudin. I think the factory is just down the street and the official Alcatraz gift shop up here. I remember visiting this. It's all coming back to me now. Get your black and white stripes. We could get this and wear it out to the jail. Maybe the ghosts will be more friendly if we wear the uniform. They've got a ton of San Fran merchandise here. How about an ornament for the tree? A little streetcar here, cable car. Okay, they're called cable cars out here. I'm from the southeast. We call them streetcars. I gotta switch my lingo here. This is a fun shot glass. Shoot them. Check it out. They got a magic shop here. And Zoltar is right there in the door.
What are you waiting for?
I don't know.
Over. For a small fee, Zoltar will give you a wealth of wisdom.
All right, I gave you $2. Now make me small.
Zoltar, the great gypsy, at your service. Listen carefully. It is better to keep your mouth shut and be thought a fool than to open it and remove all doubt. And also, my friend, it is wise to be taking good advice when you hear it, no?
That is
Return to Zoltar,
awesome.
and I will give you more words of wisdom.
Zoltar, quoting Abraham Lincoln right there. Got my card. When you've been feeling a bit uninspired by the people who surround you, now seems like a good time to reevaluate who you choose to spend your time with. It's hard to soar with the eagles when you're surrounded by turkeys. Remember that it is important to surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you, not bring you down. Thanks, Zoltar. Next to the San Francisco sock market. That's cool. They have the Magnets store. This reminds me of Old Town USA, Kissimmee. They have a Magnets store there as well. We got Bubba Gump shrimp in the background of the carousel. San Francisco Carousel and Bay Plunge. Got a drop ride. No one's dropping in right now though. All right, let's play a game. Whoever spots the seal first. Oh, I think I see it. Did you see it? Oh, there's a cat eating sushi in there too. That's funny. You can get your characters done here as well. Look. Now, when I'm out at the Rock, I'm gonna think of Escape from Alcatraz, just like last time. I showed some of the filming locations in that video. I matched them up after the fact. There's a robot dog walking around. Hello, number 2. Oh man, it's a robot dog walking around in front of a link. Oh no, Rover fell over. He's good. He bounced back quicker than Bella. Hello, Mr. Pigeon. Okay, here we are. We've got sea lions down here. And look at this view. Got the Golden Gate out there. Now that's a sea lion slumber party right there, all cuddled up. Oh, that one's sunbathing up there. That's what Bella does right there. That's a big Bella. Scratching its back, wallering. All right, how can you not just want to stand here all day? Even the birds are like, this is cute. It's amazing. There's some more out there. Also, I don't remember that wheel being here the last time I was here. Was that here? I don't think it was. When did the wheel get here? And look at this, all lit up in the light. The Rock. Holy cow, there it is. My return to Alcatraz. I got my other camera. Let me zoom in a little bit. It just turned into a beautiful day out here. The fog is gone, almost gone. The sun came out. It's gonna be a great journey. I actually might drop off my jacket to my car, throw it under my seat, because I am pretty toasty right now. Got the boat coming. Golden Gate. So stoked. Okay, I've seen this everywhere. This might be the most locks I've seen in one place. Look at this. This is ridiculous. I mean, it's awesome, but it's ridiculously awesome. Some would say it's sick. There's a lot of like heart-shaped locks on there too. That's neat. Leslie in Orlando, 725.25. I'm just gonna read one. They were the lucky ones. I've seen a lot of magnet stores in my day. This is the world's first magnet store. It says it right there, established 1986. I mean, it says it right here, world's first magnet store. The magnet bananas look so realistic. So realistic. It makes me hungry. Looks like you just bite it. Don't bite it. 2 for $12, by the way. All right, that's more like it. Also rocking the Metallica HQ right here in San Francisco. Here we are, Pier 33. Awesome. It looks like we enter down here though. This is the employee parking lot, the historic pier entrance. Just gonna take a peek in here to show you how old this is. Wow. It smells like the Pacific in here. Check out the old windows up there. Pretty neat, huh? Pier 33 South, Alcatraz Cruises. Where I parked across the street is the closest parking lot, or parking area, I should say. It is a lot to the tours. All right, so you can walk up if they have availability, but I checked. There was only a couple time slots left today for a tour. I grabbed the 12:30. Okay, so I just stopped by Will Call if you want to check in, if you have any questions, which I did. They did email me my ticket, but it came from a different email, so I didn't realize it. Upon searching for that, I saw my previous ticket in my email. I was actually here on February 1st, 2018. It was February 1st. And there's the main prison building of Alcatraz. Scale model here. You can walk all the way around it. It's got all the history. Warden's house and lighthouse, which I think there's a little bit of that. There's only a little bit of that remains. Makes us to see what's changed. And here are the scheduled tours for today. Last tour goes out at 4:25. They also have night tours here. I think next time I come back, I will do a night tour. And this is a national park, of course. We've got the park rangers here. A little history of the park rangers' history with Alcatraz. They're boarding for 12:30 right now. I better get in line. The boat's not quite back yet. And Coit Tower lurking in the background. That's pretty. All right, so they scanned your QR code right there. That's it. Now we're in line, getting in line for the boat to arrive back. That might be it out there. It's coming in. There it is. Islander.
A unit of the National Park System, here are a few important rules that we ask you to follow while on Alcatraz Island. Some areas of the island are unsafe and closed to the public. These places are clearly marked with fences and barricades. Do not enter closed areas.
Check out this giant tire just hanging down here. It's a boat bumper. Wonder how long that's been hanging there. Got a nice little covering in case it was raining. Oh man, I love a good boat ride. I've also got the Capitol hornblower out here. I may have ridden this boat. All aboard. Watch your head. They do have a little concession stand in here. Nice little spot to eat. There's no food on the island, just on the boat. All right, I'm the king of the world. About to be the king of Alcatraz. Actually rolled up my sleeves a little bit. It's that toasty. All right, we're moving. Got the bridge to Oakland over there.
Got it. So that's Treasure Island. And you can drive onto the island. You can go off on the exit.
It's a big oil tanker out there. We can already see the rock. Thinking of a scene from one of my favorite comedies, So I Married an Axe Murderer. When they're coming out to the rock, that's one of the best scenes ever. Got tons of drinks and snacks in here for you. Chips. They also have sandwiches. They got donuts, coffee, hot dogs, ice chilled water, muffins, cookies, pastries, Snickers. Gonna need a Snickers for the inmates. Look at that skyline. That's amazing. go in there. Awesome. Great shot. And here's the head here on the upper deck of the stern. Second deck. Oh yeah, it's a lot better up here.
Specific boat departure times are posted on Alcatraz Island. Wish you a safe
Hey,
and
buddy.
enjoyable
Coming
visit.
with us?
Once again, thank you
Just
for
gonna float in
sailing
there.
Alcatraz Cruises.
Okay, that's amazing. He's looking for food.
Amazing.
Yeah, he's looking for food.
Oh, join us.
He's looking at that right there. Whatever that is, hot dog.
Food.
Yeah. He doesn't know what to do. Wow.
Please exercise caution when standing or moving around the decks, should there be any unexpected vessel movement. Please hold handrails whenever possible, particularly on stairways.
Look how green it is.
Attention please, we are now approaching a dockside landing. If you are seated, please remain in your seats. Please exercise caution when standing or moving around the deck, should there be any unexpected vessel movement. Please hold handrails whenever possible, particularly on stairways.
Wow. Alcatraz 2026. This is when the Native Americans protested on the island. Remember learning about that. It's a cool point of history here for the Alcatraz. Yeah, I love this. Just docking. Checking out how they do it. There you go. Guys right here. Made it. Alright, he's tying it off there. Awesome. We got the park ranger already talking to the group up there. People who have already gotten off the boat. Alright, let's get off this boat. Got the life rafts. Thankfully we didn't have to use those. That was a smoother ride and faster ride than I remembered. I thought that took like 40 minutes. Maybe the boats got faster. I don't know. This is the group waiting to get back on the boat. And we are officially on the rock.
Next, pick up your audio tours. We're following this path. You can also return your audio tours in the same place in the saw house. So make sure to drop off your audio guides up there before heading back down to the dock. The very last thing, ferries will leave every 30 minutes. Last escape off the island will be at 4:25 tonight. There's more schedules posted on this blackboard behind me and at our information window as well. So thank you for listening and enjoy your visit on Alcatraz.
All right. So we can come and go as we please. Last boat leaves at 4:30. And over here in this nook, we've got the Alcatraz birds there for you. So they've got a tram if you need to take it to the top. That's really nice.
That black railing, that's Park Service. But imagine this finger pier without the railing, and in that slip is a laundry transport from Angel Island. John Giles is in that lineup, and he found that little opportunity to make his escape. Unbeknownst to the authorities, he had spent nearly 10 years stealing an entire technical sergeant's army uniform out of the laundry. When they would package that laundry up, he would look for little times when he could take a sock out and put it in his uniform. He had a field jacket, a pair of pants that he got later on, a hat.
That's pretty wild.
Beautiful set of dog tags.
I sat in a little bit on that guided tour. The last time I was here, I took the full guided tour. This time, I might check in with it, but I'm just gonna do self-guided tour. These plants are exotic to me. Someone from the east. Very beautiful, and they're all nicely labeled. Roadside gardens. As you climb to the road to the cell house, you will see restored garden beds featuring some of the island's oldest plants, such as the Australian tea tree outside the Sally Port. Both the Army and the Bureau of Prisons planted colorful flowers and shrubs along the main roads. The choice is changing with the taste of each era. Even steep banks were planted to beautify the approach to the Citadel and later the prison. That's pretty neat. So this is the military guardhouse and Sally Port from 1857 to 1901. We walk right through it. There's also an old truck in here. I don't remember this the last time I was here. Old Chevy. 46 Chevrolet pickup truck, all series. There's a little history over here. And this truck was named the Art Deco. The 1946 had a similar design to the pre-war 1941 model. Trucks like this were used on Alcatraz to bring supplies, offloaded on the dock by the guards to locations around the island. Shows pictures there, right there. It's a stake body. I always talk about how my dad had a 48 Chevy, which is pretty much the 50s body style all the way through the 1950s. Some breathtaking views all the way around the rock today. I'm looking forward to seeing all of them. I wonder what's down there. How do you get down there? The tour was fun last time, but I kind of wanted to roam free. And I said if I ever come back, I would do so. This is the Flank Defense Howitzer. Check that out. If they needed to fire a cannon right there, they could. In 1866, Alcatraz's sole role was to protect San Francisco, with the Army strategically placing 111 cannons along the island's perimeter. The fort's Rodman guns could shoot 440-pound cannonballs 3 miles. Here's a picture right there, some of those howitzers. So there were 400 soldiers stationed here during the Civil War, Union soldiers protecting San Francisco Bay. This photo was taken in 1869. So this was a Civil War fort. First a lighthouse, and then a Civil War fort, and then a prison. This area is closed for safety. It's a neat staircase here. Be a shortcut down from the main cell block. That old light. This is the electric shop and military salvage shop.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, so imagine that, you know, you're a young couple, and you're just starting out in life, and you're looking for a place to live and call home. And, you know, you're looking for a neighborhood that's quiet, a neighborhood that has low traffic, no crime. Welcome to Alcatraz. This is a great neighborhood. My friend Jolene, her dad became the associate warden at Alcatraz. He started as the director of the prison industry on the north end of the island.
All right, I sat in on that story for a little bit longer. That was really cool. It's actually still going on back there. I'm anxious to take a different route than I took last time. Last time I walked up that way. This time I'm going this way. Look at this. Check out this old staircase. This is the old powerhouse. It's the big building we're walking by. This is off limits down here. Some of the doors are open. Really see, and it says Alcatraz right there. Look at that. That's cool. I've never noticed that before. Seagulls. Really glad the sun came out. The last time I was here, it wasn't this sunny. So we are heading towards the Model and Industries building and New Industries building. Heading out to the New Industries building here. Looks like it might be going through some renovation. Looks like all the windows are out. Men imprisoned in Alcatraz military fort broke island rock for new construction, reshaping the island. They later built their own prison, completing the concrete cell house in 1912 and moving into the cells. So the prisoners actually built the prison, just like we learned out at Brushy Mountain Prison a couple weeks ago. The prisoners built the prison. Cool look back. You can see the sign better on top of the roof there of the powerhouse. All right, that building's really cool. We can't go further than this. Stop and take a look at it. But we can go over here. I remember coming in here. This is the old laundry room. Al Capone used to mop the floors in here. Penitentiary Laundry and Industries building, 1941 to 1963. Got a lot of history in here too. Check out these old windows. The glass is just broken here. You obviously don't want to touch that, but I like that they haven't repaired it. In 1937, 2 convicted bank robbers, Ralph Rowe and Theodore Cole, escaped from Model Industries building. The 2 men cut through bars in the mat shop and floated off into the fog of the Frigate Bay. Their bodies were never recovered. In 1938, 3 inmates attempting to escape killed an unarmed guard into the Model Industries building with a hammer. These events illustrated the need to construct a more secure building. Ouch. Al Capone, George Machine Gun Kelly, and then we have the famous Escape from Alcatraz crew, John Anglin, Clarence Anglin, they were brothers, and Frank Morris. Frank Morris was played by Clint Eastwood in Escape from Alcatraz, the true story. I always remember that the Anglin brothers have ties to Tampa Bay. Their family is from Gibtown. And there are rumors that once they escaped, they went back to Gibtown. Speculation. Never caught, never found. So this is the big lockup mass incarceration in the United States. So not just Alcatraz history in here. I don't remember this the last time I was here. I'm going to take a look at this. It looks like there's some interactive stuff going on over here. This feature here represents the world's largest prison system. 1 in 37 adults in the United States is in a prison or jail or on probation or parole. The United States leads the world there. Russia is second. Rwanda, Brazil, Africa, the least. India, that's a big ball, right? The biggest in the world. There is an urgent need to address the astronomical growth in the prison population with its huge costs in dollars and lost human potential. Spending on prisons and jails has increased at triple the rate of spending a pre-K to grade 12 public education. While the average cost to educate an elementary student is $10,000, it costs $32,000 annually to incarcerate one person. They've got an ongoing vote here. People convicted of felonies should be allowed to vote. It looks like the least is maybe. And I want to say, I'll let you guys gauge it. It's kind of hard to see because of the glare. I think there's more yes than no. Red power on Alcatraz. Perspective 50 years later. In 1969, a group of Native American activists calling themselves the Indians of all tribes arrived on Alcatraz, joining the civil rights movement and Vietnam War protest of the time. These Native Americans spoke out against the U.S. government's termination policy and the broader plight of American Indians. This is the story of their 19-month occupation, and it looks like it's taking place right inside the old laundry room. Got a teepee set up in here. As a kid, my grandpa bought me a teepee, and I used to set it up in my backyard. Looks like you can crawl in there if you wanted to. It's really neat. Got a video presentation over here, and then along the walls of the laundry room, they got photographs of the occupation in 1969. It's a cool photo. TP in San Francisco skyline. Here's a photograph from the dock. As we saw when we first got here, Indians welcome Indian land. All right, I'm thinking about Al Capone being in here, mopping the floors. Also, a couple years ago, actually about 4 now. We were at the penitentiary in Philadelphia. Al Capone also stayed there for a little bit before being moved to Alcatraz, right? I think he was there first. Heading into this room here. This is cool. This is all about the birds. The birds of Alcatraz. Looks like it's interactive too. Snowy egret. Oh, it's making the noises. I don't know if you can hear it. Yeah, you have to hold it down. Let's try a western gull. Yeah. Last but not least, Fran's cormorant. He's broken. Oh, there he is right there. He's just a little quiet. Dead quiet. Look at the cobwebs on this old electric box. It's an old switch of some sort. The wood. The last time I was here, we walked through this door. I think we came from the prison yard. Looks like this is a dead end. We have to walk back out the way we came. All right, I learned a little more than I did last time. So this is just a dead end back here. So we're gonna head back up. All right, heading back this way. Looks like we have to go back down past the quarters here and up that hill to get to the main cell block up here, the main building. Old lamppost here, missed it on the way up. There's one that still has the bulb on it. The post still has the lamp. Apartments, penitentiary residence, 1936 to 1963. Also, this is the top of the workshops in the electric shop. Just walking up the hill. Cell house audio tour ahead. We'll look behind the main building as we walked underneath. Check out this staircase up here. Can't go up it right now. Imagine everyone that once went up and down those steps. It's the main house. So, cell house to the right, parade ground to the left, also the Windy Gulch Trail. I'm gonna head up this way. This is the penitentiary apartment building. It's the big building you see before the dock when you're arriving. From 1934 to 1963, also a military guard barracks from 1906 to 1933. First a military prison. I love pointing this stuff out. Look at this old fire hydrant. Know a little bit about a fire hydrant. That's 2.5. 2.5 all the way around. Crow. I couldn't pick a better day to do this. It is gorgeous out here. Oh, look at this. Gardens of Alcatraz. A lot of construction going on here. Gonna head up this way to the main cell block. You can see the font that the occupation wrote on the water tower still. Peace and freedom, welcome home of the free Indian land. So this is the top of the steps I showed you down there that you can no longer access. This is where it would come up to by Officers Row. It says, look over the wall to see the remains of 3 charming homes built in 1880. So 1, 2, 3, they were wooden homes. Here you go. Now part of the Alcatraz Garden. All right, be careful, they're backing down here. It looks like the cell house audio tour begins up the steps here. I'm gonna walk around, fill it out. I might take the audio tour again, but I've already done that, so I might just walk through the front door. I can't remember if these restrooms were here the last time I was here. These may be new too. All right, now this is the view. Oh yeah, a lot of people are over here. Got the tower, which I believe is the oldest structure here. I think they rebuilt it. Warden's house, penitentiary warden's house, 1934 to 1963. Military commandment's house, 1922 to 1933. They've got it pinned together, braced up. You can see the fireplace in here. So this has been a United States Coast Guard lighthouse since 1909. It says it right here before the door. It's a good spot to take cover from the sun right now. Yeah, this is a great photo spot. Wow, look at that. Here's what the warden's house used to look like. In 1970, a fire burned down the warden's house along with the other buildings on the island. Alcatraz, Bird Island. Look at all the birds down here. Oh my glory. Getting a little toasty here. Glad I took that jacket off. And the last time I was here, we were able to walk down here. There are people down there, but we walked out a little further. As you can see, there are buildings crumbling here. That used to be something right there. It's a great spot to get a nice little tan. There it is, the Golden Gate. Hey, seagull. All right, we're gonna head up into the main building. They've also placed a store here before you enter the office, the front of the building. I don't remember that being here. All right, so the last time I was here, we entered this way. It looks like we have to go down those steps to begin the audio tour for the main cell house. Yeah, I entered this way last time. Actually found a great spot right here in the shade. Good spot for pictures. Took a couple pictures right here. I'm always shocked of how small this prison actually is. You think Alcatraz, the Rock, you think it's the biggest prison in the world. It was the littlest, biggest prison in the world. They were on top of each other in here. All right, let's do it. Let's head up into the main cell house, into the blocks. Walking up the steps to the main cell house. Looks like we just gonna walk through. It's like a queue. Picture of the warden's office. Notice that John F. Kennedy right there. Warden Olin G. Blackwell, warden from 1961 to 1963. Warden Paul J. Madigan, 55 to 61. Warden Edwin B. Swope, 48 to 55. And the first warden in Alcatraz, Warden James A. Johnston, 1934 to 48. There's Warden James Johnston right there. During his time at Alcatraz, Johnston was allowed to handpick his correctional officers. They were provided with extensive training and were considered to be the best in the federal system. Oh, just me.
Oh, just you. Okay. English?
Yeah. English, please. Yeah. Thank you. Oh, okay, right there. Thank you. B block.
So I guess A block is open.
Okay.
Awesome. Tour starts here. All right, so this is A block. The center is B block. Welcome to Michigan Avenue. Here you go. See where the bed was. Sink's still there.
If you know one thing about Alcatraz, it's probably the famous escape of 1962.
It happened right here where you're standing.
1962, Officer Bill Long had been in charge of the first count of the day. And at the sound of the bell,
I don't know if you guys can hear this.
Dressed and upstanding in front of their doors for count. Prisoners Frank Lee Morris and two brothers John and Clarence England had escaped the night before.
Cell 152. It's talking about the escape from Alcatraz.
And he was laying in there, so I reached in through the bars and I hit the pillow.
They cut out the hole. And made plastic dummies to make them think they were asleep in their beds. I just learned that Frank Morris's cell is 138, so we're gonna walk down there. Got like a noise going on, construction. We are 138. Misfits reference. This is Frank Morris's cell. Frank Morris played by Clint Eastwood. He also escaped. You can see it cut out right there under the sink. They tunneled their way in between the blocks. There's a portrait of Frank back there.
I'll give you a ton of spoons.
There's the spoons down there.
I'm gonna take you to go through one of them walls there. Them walls may be old, but let me tell you, you're not going through them cells and them spoons. The men escaped the island, but there's disagreement about their fate. The FBI concluded that the men almost certainly drowned in the freezing waters and strong currents, and no bodies were ever found.
And cells 118 and 116, we can actually walk inside. Gotta check out the sink right in the toilet. Oh my gosh. I wonder who was imprisoned here. They've got a little desk, and then right here was the bunk. There I am, cell 118, thanks to the person who took the photo. A lot of construction going on. We're gonna enter A block over here. Check out the spiral staircase. Those were for the guards. That was for the guards. Enter A block. Right through that chicken wire. Alright, let's just peek out the window, see what we see right here. It's beautiful. They had a beautiful view, although they rarely got to see it. When the Army built this prison in 1912, the flat, ordinary steel bars and keyed locks of A block held the Army's minimum security prisoners. When the Bureau of Prisons took over in 1934, they installed case-hardened, tool-resistant steel bars and a remote locking system in B, C, and D blocks for greater security. During the federal penitentiary, 1934 to 1963 era, prisoners were almost never kept in A block. These cells were used for study and typing and storage. You can really see the age here compared to the other block we were just in. Yeah, these cells are much older looking. Here's the locking system. Oh wow, spooky staircase. Must be a dungeon down there.
That is sometimes what they refer to it as.
Yeah.
There was cells where you could punch cells down there.
Okay, cool. The hole. That is the hole. Beneath the modern cell house, the remains of Alcatraz Civil War era Citadel defensive barracks lie in the dark honeycomb of rooms, corridors, and hidden tunnels. In the late 1980s, a team of archaeologists, historians, and cave spelunkers decided to explore the area and descended into the old brick sewer tunnels. These tunnels originally drained a set of privies for enlisted men and laundresses to the bay. Later, so this is all the items they found down in the sewer. Old bottles, spoons, coins. Looks like paint tubes. Got the radiator heat in here. As you hear the construction. Had an old house from the 40s. My parents did. We had the radiator heat. I had a radiator in my bedroom. Alright, bear with the construction noise. Right there is cell number B181. That is Al Capone's cell. It'd be cool to get up there. It's almost at the end of B block. Construction. It's a unique experience. All right, so here's a big picture of the mess hall. Starting to get a little busy in here. And welcome to Times Square. Here's a photo of what you used to be able to see. I saw it the last time I was here. The mess hall. So they have a photo hanging here because of the construction. We cannot go see the mess hall. But here is Times Square. Broadway. Actually, Broadway and Times Square. Cell 103, 105, and across the way, 107. Just like you can see down a street. Odd numbers on one side, even on the other. There's a picture of some inmates walking down Broadway right here. Here in cell 125, you can see the toilet just kind of crumbling. Yeah, exactly. That was a small toilet. Here's one more intact. This one actually has a bunk. Some of the, oh wow, that had to be uncomfortable. Just like a 2-inch mattress on top of that. All right, now we're walking through the cutoff. It's a nice little breezeway between all the blocks. Made it easier for the guards to control. They could lock someone off in here, or they could lock themselves off in here. Nice little safety net. Oh boy. Check this out. This photo was taken right here. That stroller has a siren. This photo was actually taken a little further down Broadway because you can see this corner back there. Keep that in mind. The guard's actually standing in the cutoff right here. They just put that a little further back so people could walk through the cutoff. Right there. He's standing right here. And at that time, there was a phone back there at the cutoff. Reagan. Now we're walking through the cutoff here. Oh, wow. It's not. This talks about the Battle of Alcatraz, May 2nd through 4th, 1946. Bernie Coy had it all planned out. He would slip through the bars of the gun gallery and overwhelm the guard, then use prison guns and keys to free 5 accomplices and race to the shore. But it all went wrong. Too many officers had been taken hostage. One had hidden the exit key. Then the escape siren blared. They had been discovered. And that right there is the bar spreader. Bernie Coy had done his homework. He discovered a vulnerable section of the bars in the gun gallery. He fastened a bar spreader, a bolt, nut, and section of the pipe to force the bars apart, just like that. That's Bernie Coy right there. Here you go, I have another example for you. It's cell 396. This is what he did. Pretty clever. Cell 402, Officer William Miller was one of the several correctional officers held hostage in this cell during the 1946 escape attempt. Officer Miller hid the key that the prisoners needed to complete their escape. Inmate Joseph Kretzer murdered Officer Miller by shooting point blank into the cell. Oof. So he was murdered right here. Just got goosebumps on my goosebumps. Should have brought my ghost hunting equipment. Rest in peace. Alright, so next we're going out into the rec yard, and then when we come back we'll enter D block, solitary confinement. A bunch of scenes, of course, were filmed all over this prison. I specifically remember the rec yard and escape from Alcatraz. I definitely remember this view out here. This is great. I love this place. Yeah, people are having some fun out here in the rec yard. Also saw the University of Pittsburgh Pitt basketball team walking around in here. Must have a game nearby. Specifically remember them sitting on the wall over here in the movie. Just thinking about Al Capone out here. They have a baseball field here at the end. I remember that. Check out the shuffleboard. Like I'm back in Florida. I don't remember these bags being out here. I'm glad they put them here. Home plate straight away. This is second base. All right, I'm on deck. Coming up to home plate. It's a great park. I would love to bring some baseball out here. Should have brought a glove. And of course the ball. We're just right underneath the water tower. Great spot for photos. And another great spot for photos, the reason why people are posted up over at that door, there's a great shot of the Golden Gate Bridge out that door. It's a very popular spot here. Just waiting my turn. Look at the corrosion on this door.
We made it out.
We escaped the prison. This is all that hells you out.
Alright. Not going to take too long. People are waiting to take their photos. Check out the Seagull Golden Gate Bridge. It's a great view. You can also walk down right here, but we're going to continue back to solitary confinement and complete the audio tour. Oh wait, there's no one behind me. Alright, I better snap a picture. I may have said this the last time I was here, but the rec yard's my favorite part. And it's because of the baseball diamond and the view and all the history out here. Also, mini scenes from Escape from Alcatraz filmed right here. And you just get the entire building into frame. Notice down here it says gloves. Alright, back up the steps. Alright, into solitary confinement. D block. So here's the whole the isolation blocks. Got regular cells down here. And this is where the Birdman of Alcatraz was held. I remember these rooms were a little bigger than the regular cells. This is cell 13. Solitary confinement. It just got these giant doors. Block all light. Robert the Birdman Stroud. Looks like AZ 594 cell. Transferred from USP Leavenworth 1942 to 1959. And the last time I was here, they had something set up in one of these cells for the Birdman, but I don't see it anymore. Welcome to the library. Filming location to Alcatraz. This is where Clint Eastwood is sitting at the library table. It looks like they brought back some of the old bookshelves in here. I don't remember this the last time I was in here. Yeah, these look like they've been brought out. You can most likely see these in Escape from Alcatraz. Got some newspapers here. These newspapers were written by inmates. Friends of San Quentin Library recently held a book drive for Pelican Bay State Prison. The residents got involved by writing about their favorite author, books, and quotes. These are inmates. This is the library sink and drinking fountain. Wonder if Al Capone took a sip right there. Alright, there's the cutoff. Got some photographs here. Got some benches over here so you can sit down. Painting of a horse. And homemade baseballs. Here's a photograph of the Indians of all tribes in Broadway. It's a cool photo. Alcatraz, birth of the Supermax. We've got a nice little video to go with the audio for you. America's first Supermax prison. Today they're about 35. And as we return to Broadway this way, the backside of that photograph is the audio return. We just throw them right here or hand them off. Thank you. Thank you. Here's the visitation windows. Just this thick glass. And then on the other side, you have to go around the way we came. All right, this was awesome. I learned a lot of new stuff this time. Even though I didn't take the audio tour, I had more freedom to walk around, look at the detail. And here's a look at the utility corridor. One on every level behind all blocks. This is where Frank Morris and the Anglin brothers escaped. Their cells would have been down to the right. 138 a little ways down. And then they climbed up all of that. It's doable. This is where the visitors would talk to the prisoners right here. It's the other side of the wall, visitation. Oh, here's a photograph. That was right here. Pretty neat. Don't lock me in here. So it looks like, yeah, so now you exit through the front, which is now the gift shop. Okay, they just turned it around. This is some of the old offices here. I remember walking through some of these offices. I don't think you can get to them now. Alcatraz store. All right, we don't have to exit through the gift shop, but we could. All right, I'm just going to take a peek in here. You can take home a piece of the rock. I wonder if they'll let me take that on the plane. Also, they got like a prisoner cup. They have Alcatraz baseballs, of course. That's cool. That's a great souvenir. Alcatraz, 1938. It was the year my grandpa was born. It says other stuff on here. What has like the story? Or how about Alcatraz meal tray, stainless steel. I wonder how many of these went across someone's grill. Oh, look at this, Selkie National Parks. That's a neat souvenir. Replica of the cell door key. That'd be a great Christmas ornament. So there's a part of the tour that I remember going through that I didn't go through today. Maybe I just haven't gotten there. But where the showers were, the bathrooms, and specifically there was a guard that worked at Alcatraz here that day. And I got him in that old video. So I think that might be the part that's under construction. I bought the key, $15.99. I didn't see any Christmas ornaments in there, so that'll go on the tree. Look at that view, man. That's amazing. I also spoke to someone in there. The shower area is definitely being renovated right now. Also the barbershop area. It will be coming back in 2 to 3 years.
But don't wander away. We want to focus on the behind-the-scenes spots, and all of that will be open after the behind-the-scenes tour, and you'll explore it extensively.
So this is part of the behind-the-scenes tour.
Right, let's go in.
Be cool to do that too. All right, just came back to me. So this is the area under construction. That is where you originally start of the cell block tour, the cell house audio tour. That's where I walked in all those years ago, and we did walk through the front part of the cell house to get in there. So they've just makeshifted it. It will return to how it used to be, they said, in 2 or 3 years. Speculated. Hear the birds. Bird Island. There's a bird right there. Man, you're a big seagull. Here's another fire hydrant. Alcatraz. I don't remember being able to walk down here last time. Get really close to the tower. Just missed the boat, so got a little more time. Hey guys, what's going on? Oh wow, there's a tunnel down here. Cool. It says 1895. Okay, I don't remember doing this. I need glasses. It says 1866. Do that all the time. Giant steel doors. It's really narrow. Reminds me of an old New York subway tunnel. Yeah, definitely didn't come down here last time. This is room D. Talks about the Indian occupation a little more. Take a peek in here. I don't know what this is. It doesn't say. So we exit the dock that way. Neat. Some more pictures to look up or look out down here. Oh wow. Check out this room. Welcome to Indian land. This is the beginning of our fight for justice and self-determination. What is your Alcatraz? Something that would make you stand up and march down the streets of San Francisco or leave everything behind and take your family there because it was something you believed in strongly. It's inviting you to write that message on these Post-its and place them right here, as many have done. I picked this one at random, first one. For all displaced people to be given back their land and allowed to return. Anxious to see how far I can walk down here. Another exit there. Looks like a portion of the museum. This is cool. Area closed. Cannot go further than this, but we can take a picture and some video. So look back. Welcome to below Alcatraz. These boards are kind of thin right here. So this is the area that the Civil War soldiers would have been walking in and out of too. A lot of these rooms were used for the occupation. Oh no, the bookstore's closed. That's all right. I have to come back. So once you walk out of the tour here, got a timeline. We are still here. And right here it shows the proclamation. Trail of Tears. Cherokee, Chickasaw, Creek, Seminole, Choctaw. This is really nice. Johnny Bear Club wore this jacket as a member of the island's security team. Security was crucial in the element of the community's infrastructure. The jacket features the teepee and a broken peace pipe. Motive also found on the occupational flag. Alright, so we do not get out this way. We go right back into where we came. So it just does a U. Looks like we have to go back out the way we came. Alright, so you go past the bookstore to the dock. Anxious to see where this comes out. Okay, here we go. Right before the dock. The sign didn't lie. That was a blast. I'm looking forward to coming back to when they reopen everything. Who knows, maybe I'll be back before then, but definitely next time I'll be taking the night tour. Always wanted to stay overnight here. I don't know if that's possible, but you'll definitely be here at night. And I'm gonna get in line, board ferry to San Francisco. Should be on its way back from San Fran very soon. Got 2 fighter jets flying over Alcatraz right now. That's cool. Alright, so it looks like we got the Hornblower Hybrid picking us up.
That's a perfect seagull.
I think we're gonna make it. Alright, we barely made it. Getting a little nervous. Would have had to wait potentially another half hour But hey, I'm not in a hurry. Well, I am kind of. I'm a little hungry. I haven't eaten today. Goodbye, Alcatraz. See you next time. Back. That was fun. I'm just really happy I got the most gorgeous day I've ever experienced in California, north and south, to check out Alcatraz with you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Someone bought the Alcatraz harmonica. They know how to play it too. Okay. Pier 33. I finally got to create a real vlog. I got off the rock a little later than I thought, but that's okay. I'm glad I got to take my time and look around a little more. I am actually going to head back to my hotel, maybe grab some food along the way. Traffic's starting to pick up here in San Francisco, so I want to make sure I get going. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you get to go check out Alcatraz yourself one day. Maybe you've been there. But at least I can take you vicariously today. I will be back to San Francisco very shortly. I'm not just staying where I'm staying for the rest of the trip. So that's all I'm gonna say. I want to thank you all for watching and sticking with me. There's always much ahead. Here's the streetcar. I think those are streetcars, right? Those aren't like the traditional trolleys. So those are considered streetcars, or is it trolley? See that Trader Joe's right there? That's the first Trader Joe's I ever walked inside before they got into Florida. It was on that trip. I walked in there just to check it out. Right here on Mason Street. Fun facts here, J-Facts, at the end of the video. My third time crossing the Golden Gate Bridge. Less than 24 hours. I'll cross it again before my trip ends, that's for sure. Maybe a few times. Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna put you down. We are so close to that wall. I said I was gonna put you down, I'm still rolling. All right, know you're awesome, know you're loved, and no matter who you are, and no matter what you're going through, just know that there's always much ahead. That's amazing. This bridge is amazing. There's the rock out there. Bye, rock. We'll be back.